Got the pod racing music on now.
There you go.
Well, let's see how these little. Oh, these look cool.
Yeah.
Oh, these are cool. I honestly a lot more than I was expecting to be too. This is
Yeah.
sick.
Don't miss Sam's. You stepped on it a
I'll
couple
try.
times. Sam's.
Oh, this is the best one here. This is by far the best one here. 10 out of 10. Oh, this is brilliant. Wow. Oh my gosh. Let's get food in hand. Whoa. 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 Oh, these are cool. I can see what they mean with the noise machine here.
Yeah.
How it could be a bit loud. Okay then, let's start with this one. Raining Dirt's one. Ooh, okay. So, actually, I should read the name of hers. So, her name for her pod racer is the Racing Dirt. Oh, it's great.
Yeah.
So, her backstory is Racing Dirt doesn't have any lore. She's just here to take names and look pretty, and she isn't doing a very good job of either thing. I mean, it's pretty unique with the gold. That's to be
Yeah.
fair.
Yeah.
Would you say?
Yeah. I don't think anybody else used gold. It is pretty unique.
Yeah. That's a point on that one for uniqueness. That's for sure. Ow. No. This I do actually like the. To be honest, actually the engines are pretty good actually too.
Yeah. Yeah.
In all honesty. This for like a pod racer. This is like a really good like solid design.
I think a lot of people had more trouble doing like the cockpit than they did the engines.
Really?
Well, it seems like a lot of the engines are more detailed.
That's fast. True. Though to be fair,
All right.
it's rideable. That's one thing.
Yeah. She did a great job.
No lore for them, so no bonus points there. Really, but just being a good laugh. Good solid design. Probably wouldn't last in an actual race. But the gold's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Solid one
Now, she
there.
got dirt in her engines too.
Okay, that gets a point out there too. I didn't realize that.
Yeah.
That's
I just noticed
there
that.
to keep me in theme. Oh, it's great. Ooh, okay, so Lapis is one. Let's see. So, the name is the Desert Wyvern. Ooh, good name. So, it's actually got a couple pages of backstory too. Okay. It's actually, looking ahead, it actually has the actual dates from the Star Wars world as well.
Jeez.
Okay, so this is commitment. So, the Desert Wyvern, TM, is the quickest pod this side of the Outer Rim. Built on Tatooine, this pod was designed for speed and durability in the desert climates. It was originally made from high quality material, as it was built for a well-known pod racer at the time. However, over the course of its life, it's rusted and hard parts replaced, with salvage now being a shadow of its former self, but still has some life in it. This pod has achieved a variety of accomplishments in its time, such as navigate the Norclid Pass in South Tatooine, ranking top 3 and surviving 21 pod races, out beating and winning over the Fortune's Friend and Gigante in the Bunta Eve Classic of 13 BBY. Ooh. So proper lore. I love that.
Yeah.
Definitely a lot more like detailed engines, and a lot more likely that this one will probably last.
Yeah.
In a battle. I do like the end, like the little pier with the like glazed terracotta there.
Oh. Yeah.
light blue turquoise. It's cool. Ooh, engine. Chicken. Amethyst is a nice touch. Little thing at the back there's great. Rideable too. Ooh, the leads too. The leads. That's the reason why there's a chicken. It actually has the leads for it.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool. Yeah. What do you think of it?
I think it's great. Where are the leads even attached to?
think
Oh,
it's
I
to
guess
the-
there's a
it's to
fence
the
up
boat.
in there.
Oh, it is a fence, yeah. I see it.
I couldn't even tell from down here. But yeah, it's great.
Sick. Yep. Definitely won the. Definitely worth a couple points. Yeah, I love the engine.
Yeah.
The coupling there. Definitely can tell like how it's like being eroded away over time, but still has its former self underneath.
Yeah. Yeah.
Love.
Using that weathered copper for that.
Mm. Done really well there. I love that. Ooh, Lancelet's one. Let's see. So Bulba. I thought so. This looks a bit of a, like Bulba's one.
Yeah.
Bulba is a dog from Australia. Malastera. After leaving Malastera, he became a professional pod racer, eventually arriving in Tatooine. Took part in the Mos Espa pod races and became a crowd favorite, eventually forming a rivalry with a young Anakin Skywalker. After losing to Anakin in the Winter Eve Classic, he allied with Darth Jar Jar and attempted to overthrow Palpatine. He was betrayed and killed by Jar Jar. Darth Jar Jar, man. Yeah. Very nice design. Love like the callback to their episode 1. And also actually having the purple too, that's nice. The first one to use that, surprisingly.
Yeah.
And looking around, I think it's actually one of the only few to do it too. He's
I
actually just
think so.
purple.
Yeah.
Oh, that's pretty cool. Wait, this is sick though. This is actually really, really cool design.
You
Like
think-
on like things on like the base on bias for what's actually being a Star Wars movie though. But yeah. So, no one here. Moving on to Trozo's one. Ooh. So, Trozo's one is named the Sand Ripper. Okay, the Sand Ripper. It's no backstory, so no extra points there. But has a really sleek design. Like the dual, those small, very like things that make way for the small canyons and that. It does look like it's one of these ones that's one built for speed, but if you get hit by it, it'll probably die.
Yeah.
But other than that, like it's a really like simple, like I really like the cockpit design in here. That's probably the best one yet.
I mean, it almost looks like a bike from on the cockpit part,
True.
which is
Very
kind of
true.
cool and unique for a pod racer.
Definitely. Definitely get some points in the area there on the air side. Also, use the pearlescent frog lights is a good idea.
Yeah.
Quality. Alright, here comes the best one. Clearly the best one here, you know? Z Squammy. Why does he have 7 pages of lore? Oh my gosh, he has 7 pages of lore.
He was telling me about the
I love
lore
this.
earlier. I didn't read it, but I can only imagine.
Baby Pod is his name. With a mummy and a baby pod, we're good to go. With a mummy pod and a daddy pod love each other very much, a baby pod is born. Nobody knows how it works. Some say it involves redstone or lava, or way too much engine oil. But somehow it just pops out a baby pod racer. Oh my gosh, baby little bit dreams soon must be. Stronger works at the gym 3 times a day, eats all his oils, and soon enough, everyone will cheer him when he crosses his finish line first. get back to outside. Damn, it's got the full lore of the full like written baby.
Yeah.
This, oh my gosh, this is like crazy. Okay, then you go into the lore of how we were born in that. Okay, that's interesting. Cute and definitely not road legal. Okay. Well, I don't think we can say how much. This is like definitely the best one here by far, as I've said again. Anyway.
You can pick it up if you want.
You can?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm keeping this now. Thank you, Sam, for the pod. It's even better now. Alright, Axe, let's have a look at your one. Ooh. Well, I like that already. Looks so big. Oh, the Tuscan Chopper. Ooh, like that. But good name, good name. Okay, being a water farmer, growing up on Tatooine meant constant attack from Tuscan raiders, but young Axe never gave up. He was always searching for ways to defend his family farm. One day, the Jawas visited their farm, trying to sell the wares. Axe noticed that they had a scrapped topic from a pod racer, so he made a deal with the cockpit and asked the Jawas to try and find him and for it. Eventually, the Jawas managed to acquire the parts of the goods for the Axe, but they were significantly bigger than what he needed. This didn't discourage Axe, and he managed to fix them and fit them into the pod racer. Though he quickly discovered that he couldn't go through the role for fear of them tearing off. Axe then used his newly built pod racer, which he named the Tuscan Chopper, to chase down any raider threatening his farm. He also decided to use the racer for its intended purpose, and enter into the pod races whenever he was able. Axe hasn't been able to win any races yet, but he uses what little winnings he gets from his better performances to expand his family farm and hire mercenaries to protect it with him. I really like that backstory, it's great. I can actually honestly see that as like the actual story one day. There you go. Alright, rideability. Judging on the ride. This is great, I like it. Definitely like probably like one of the best quality too, like on like the cockpit side.
They went through
Definitely.
like 3 or 4 different iterations before I got to that.
Jeez. But worth the wait, that's for sure. I do like the fence gates too, for like the handles.
Yeah.
Guide it. Great. Dual things there to like the control, navigation, the observers there. Of course the the turbines here to give the speed. It's great. The engines as well is awesome. Love the engines. The chains here too. Connector side, which also electricity there. Love that. The little connecting point there. Ooh, this little little thing, the little router at the bottom there. Remote control. But I like that too. Cool, it's cool.
You?
But yeah, I really like this one too. This blue one definitely went up there for me. Definitely up there indeed.
It's definitely the
Alright,
loudest one here too.
That's for sure. Gets points for that as well. Ooh, purple's one. Let's see purple. Oh, geez, 28. That much
Jeez.
everything's out of the water. This is 28 pages. Okay. I have like quick skim through it, like to read through. Fortune's Friend is its name. Bella would no doubt laugh at those who say she grew up in the underbelly of Shadada. What's it called? Oh, man, Star Wars name pronunciation's being off a bit. Shadar. For one only the most callous could conceivably refer to what she experienced as growing up. For another, saying the smuggler's moon has underbelly implied that there was something somewhere brighter. The leader of the first slave ring she escaped from at the age of 7 said that Vela was born straight out of the dumpster, and she didn't doubt that for a moment. The leader of the second slave ring, slave ring, that she escaped from at the age of 9 said that she was only as useful as the coins she brought in, and Villa didn't doubt that either. The leader of the third slave ring that she escaped from at the age of 14 said that she was as useful as a hut's legs. Jeez. And the Villa couldn't disagree more. And when she met Casola the hut, she was crouched in an alleyway gnawing at the bone of unknown origin and a questionable sanitation. So enamored by the feast that she barely noticed the splashes of pain as acid rain struck her bared forearms for that, but 14 years on the streets didn't let her ignore the arrival of the hut. Kasala the Hut had everything at his fingertips, and had to murder his father. After killing his father, removing his rivals, and taking his birthright, he realized that he didn't actually have everything. Born to wealth, Kasala desired power. Power acquired Kasala desired influence. Influence acquired Kasala realizing that what he had once considered wealth, power, and influence were mere planets in a galaxy of stars. Intent on becoming master of the entire galaxy, he set his bloodless eyes on his first steps in the galactic domination, the Ord Arbinia system in the Outer Rim. In the aftermath of the Income Corporation's nationalization by the Galactic Empire, the majority of its scientists and engineers defected using their talent to secretly fund the rebellion with marvels such as the T-65 X-Wing Starfighter and the T-47 Airspeeder. They were lauded as patriots after the fall of the Empire, but not all of them had such altruistic intents. Gavin Bohr may have been considered eccentric by his fellow engineers, but no doubted his skills. When most of his fellows defected to the rebellion, he instead traveled to Nal Hutta, seeking the more lucrative offers that could only be bought in a darker mouth. Intercepted in customs by Nas Shadara, by the up-and-coming Kasala Gavin, Gavin found exactly what he was looking for. While pod racing was promoted by Empire, even the treacherous reach only ran so far. In the depths of the Outer Rim, pod racing continued. Its only rules the morals of its participants, and the only regulations the rims of its crime. A once dangerous sport, became near certain deficit. But every fortune seeker in the galaxy knows that with greater risk comes greater rewards. With the Talbinia mines closed, no funding to reopen them, all Albinia was only in the shadow of its former glory, but Kasala the Hut was still shocked to find an entire planet being used for collateral for a pod race. Driving him into a frenzy, he quickly required the services of Gavin Ball, who developed a fortune friends based on his modifications to an earlier T-49 airspeeder prototype, but he still needed a pilot. The girl was barely a teen in his eyes, a thinling girl. Her teeth were bared as she crouched over a broken body, headed to the disgusting morsel she had protectively behind her back, no doubt. His first thought was disappointment. She was little more than a feral animal, fit to survive on the streets, but little use beyond them. Then he saw her eyes. They were calculating, darting about her in a search of. The girl leapt, catching Kasala on his repulsive craft off guard, but rather than leaping towards him, she was going straight up. She landed easily 15 feet above him, making a break along an exterior ventilation pipe. Sector 5B headed your way, Kasala nearly shouted. He wasn't cut out for fieldwork, and yet the stories he had heard about the girl had piqued his interest, enough that he had come anyway. Muffled shouts passed through, his earpiece in silence, while he had expected this to be easy. Preparation his father had taught Kasala and prepared him he had. Vela dodged the first attacker, then sent the second one into the ceiling with a wave of her hand. She hated revealing her abilities. Ooh, okay. But she sensed a stun bolt just in time flinging herself off the building, trusting her the net encircled her and exploded with electricity, locking her into limbs in place. She struggled as the best that she could, forcing one of her hand free. If she could, just the last thing she saw was a giant fist flying towards her face, before everything went dark. Kosala now has a genius engineer and a state-of-the-art pod racer. Villa prove up to the task of piloting it in the most dangerous sport in the galaxy, entering planets riding on the wages. Only time will tell. For now, I hope you enjoy this micro rendition of Fortune's Friend.
Jeez.
That is a lore and a half. Damn.
By far the most lore of any racer.
Whenever we talk about before, that could be an actual when I was saying there could be an actual Star Wars story over here somewhere. One of these stories, like I'm pretty sure it's either yours or this one. Nah, this one's actually proper. Like, got the backstory, like the first like 45 minutes of a movie.
Yeah.
Jeez. Oh my days. Well, it's for sure. Oh wow, it's actually got like I can see what it means by it being built from an air spaceship as well, because you actually can't go into this pod race without actually.
Yeah, no, it's completely enclosed.
That is sick. Okay, cool. That is cool. Yeah. Oh wow. Okay. Well, design wise, it definitely has like the gray feel of like an old class sci-fi prototype build.
Yeah.
I mean, it definitely the wins at this time in the law department. I don't think nothing is going to beat the law on this one for now.
Yeah.
Is what we've seen so far.
Yeah.
Like, definitely.
The lore on this is just wild.
Yeah. No. Sorry for also putting you through that too. I mean, like the engines there is cool. The purple there, like, oh, that's cool. Actually having the purple thing beam there. Who's great. This is sick. I like this. This is really, really cool. But yeah, like I think the lore itself is like the best, like one of the best parts of it. It's by
Yeah.
itself there. But also seeing the inner chair, the chair inside too, there is great. It is absolutely one of the best there. Do you also like the shape of the engines too? The X's there.
Yeah, just X's and
Really
just like spikes on it. It's really cool.
Sick. Alrighty, Mystic Vortex. Let's see. Oh, whoa. Okay, good. Okay, not as long, but we still got a 12-pager. Repulsor gigantic. Okay, let's see. Pod Racer, Pinchcliff. The pod racer on Pinchcliff. An unexpected turn on the events. During the high-speed pod race on Tatooine, Anakin Skywalker lost control of his vehicle and crashing hard. The damaged racer, a technological marvel, was catapulted through time and space to a completely different world. The pod racer landed on the top of Pinchcliff, on a peak far from the Tatooine desert. Injured and barely conscious, Anakin was found by Riodor Felgen, the legendary mechanic from Pinchcliff. Anakin, still clinging to life, knew this was his last chance. With the remaining strength, he pleads with Riodor for help. I need you to finish this race for me. This is my destiny. Not to help him already, just to get out. That's great. With a mix of technical brilliance and ingenuity, Riodor knew he had to help this stranger. No matter how strange or foreign he seemed, Riodor had never seen anything like a pod race before, but he had built countless marvelous machines in his life, so he wasn't afraid to give it a try. Riodor and his loyal helper, Sunny, embarked on an adventure to repair and upgrade the fallen pod racer. Thanks to Riodor's unmatched technological skills and Sunny's ingenuity, the pod racer began to take on a new form. Even though the original machine was severely damaged, Riodor added his own innovations, resulting in a vehicle that had speed but also carried a unique Pinchcliff touch. perhaps even with a dash of humor and creativity. And can now healed. Oh, he's healed now. He's alive. Now less injured and looks at the rear door and says, "Haven't just fixed my pod racer. You're giving it new life." With his newfound energy and certain respects for this strange world, Anakin gives Reardor one final challenge: drive, finish the race. But Anakin knows he cannot plateau himself. His injuries are too severe, and feels a deeper destiny pulling him away from his old life. Reardor must now race in his place, in a uniquely pinch cliff way, where his technical expertise and native clumsiness play a critical role. I like the lore.
Yeah, yeah.
That's fun, lore. That's fun.
I'm not sure if you're familiar with what Pinchcliffe actually is.
Isn't that the Luckily Flower Grand Prix? I searched
Yeah,
up.
yeah,
I searched up in the middle, like just before, like, isn't that like the part of the lore from his series? Is it?
yeah.
Which is pretty cool. Love that. Oh, so okay, that's cool. So he's like reverse the engines and that too. I'm guessing.
That's what it looks like.
That's really
Yeah,
cool.
that's definitely unique.
Well, it's definitely unique. That's for sure. I mean, they're saying competing like Pinchcliffe as well, so definitely a unique way.
Yeah, yeah,
Love the little Star Wars and this like things. But still having like taking like a real world like love for a series as well. Their own love in that. So it's cool. I don't want to put that lever. It's probably make a break it or something.
there's a pistons. I don't know. It might not, but
Better safe than sorry.
yeah. Here.
Yeah, I like the engines.
Do you have a free cam?
Yep.
Okay, because there's some details up on top that you can't really see from down here.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't notice actually. I saw like the character, but I didn't see the dashboard. That's cool.
Yeah, actually, it's like buttons on the control panel and whatnot.
Okay, that's cool. That's really cool. That is. I also like the hands too, like having the dual like end rods there. The arm
Yeah,
stand. That's great. Probably like that's like if you're not gonna do like the fence fence gates, that's probably like the best option, the second best option there, that's for sure.
yeah, yeah.
Or like even the best option depending how you build it. So this is really, really cool. Like this is really cool. All of them like so unique, it's great. I was not expecting like how I was like, oh good I wasn't sure like how far everyone was gonna go on detail wise. But no, everyone seems to be going for good detail, really great detail, and actually, like every like thing's really like unique.
I'm gonna disable my engines for now.
That's fair enough. Fair enough. Oh wow, oh, man, these last three have had lore to them. Like this next one, German Crusaders has 17
Oh,
pages.
I thought my lore
final
was
one?
long.
Yeah, sorry you had to sit through all of it, but I'm just making
Oh,
sure to
no.
give everyone the fair chance.
Yeah, no, it's fair.
Alrighty, so the Sandevistian pod racer, okay, is the name. Night City in Coruscant, it was really common for people to customize their bodies with robotic implants, which gave them all sorts of abilities like concealed guns and constant breath, etc. One really strong implant is the Sandevistian. It is an implant attached into the spine of the user. Oh, fun. It allows the user to speed themselves up to insane speeds. But not only that, the Sandy, short for Sandevistian, also slows down the user's perception of time, basically making it seem like it's slowing down the world around them rather than speeding them up. This pod racer was specifically designed to be used by these users. There's two piercers at the top of the driver seat, which inserts itself into the user and basically acts as a temporary implant. It syncs the pod racer's Sandy with the user Sandy causing the effect of the Sandvistium to apply to the pod racer too. It speeds up 5 times for 2 seconds, whilst also being able to have precise control over the pod racer. It is advised to use the Sandvistium ability once or twice per race, since any more than that overheats the race to an insane extent. Inspired by a cyberpunk edge runner. Oh, never mind. Sorry, don't worry. It's like, and just crying, crying. Never mind, we're fine. That's it. Okay, there you go. Thought it was gonna be, there it goes, a lot shorter. But yeah, as soon as I saw the engines, it's like, oh yep, that's cyberpunk designed.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's cool using like a bit of the cyberpunk lore in there. That's really cool. That's really, really cool. I also like how like the lore also gives it like a bit of like a feel like this is like a product showing. Like saying, here,
Yeah.
introducing
Yeah.
our product here, this is how we run. How it runs in it. But yeah. Also one of the only ones other than a few others, like of yours and Rainy Dirts is using yellow too. In the build too.
Yeah.
Obviously this one's a lot more yellow.
I mean, a lot of people looks like went with the cyan and orange. I mean, mine's mostly those two colors too, but
Yeah, but even then, like it's all like everyone has like their own thing that stands out on shape wise, especially.
yeah, yeah.
So I really liked how like everything's like its own design and that. Yeah, this is cool. I really like. Also, like the custom like banners in the back too is great. The amount of detail in there. I'm still holding Sam's Potters. The things, the engines there, how it connects is great. Lighting's great, awesome. See how it connects, like what they're talking about, like how it has that little port to connect to the user on the sides there.
Yeah.
Oh, that's great. Like this is like really cool.
I know he pointed out to me earlier that the banners are meant to look like a spine since it attaches to the spine.
Oh, true. Yeah, that's true. Oh, that's cool. That fits in a little too.
Yeah.
Like how it seems, it's really cool. Like one of those things I can honestly see like there's been like a multi-series on like Disney Plus or something where you have like follow each pod racer, each in their own
That would,
lives for an episode, and you're just trying to figure out like who do you root for in the actual race.
that would be so cool.
I don't know why they have not done that yet.
I don't know.
This makes
Seems like a relatively simple idea that people would love.
yeah, it's literally a racing movie or show. It just and like the traditional racing the show or something. You just put it into a Star Wars format.
Yeah. Yeah.
How? How? How you have nothing done? The closest thing I can think of they've done it other than episode 1 is a short episode on Star Wars Vision season 2.
I haven't watched
really-
that, so
Yeah, sorry, I'm doing nerd. But the thing, but it's made by the people who do Wallace and Gromit
okay.
stuff. So they had like the animation there.
Okay.
It was good. It was good. It was good. It's a very, very cool show. That episode. But yeah, that's really cool. Oh, okay. Now can't actually vote for it now. There's not. Oh gosh. Okay, this actually. How did that guy get up there?
I don't know. He's piloting it now, though.
Yeah. He wasn't up there before, right?
No, I can hear the. You can see their crossbows through the wall. Raid party must have spawned on the wall. Yeah.
Well, we got a pilot now. We've got 2 already. Where's the others? I do gotta say, like, I think Rain's hit like a good mark of like simple but effective
Yeah.
design. Definitely is like a great design there. Lapis has done a great design in itself, like of like the engines, great how it fits in a lore. It's like a pod racer that's being built up and constantly over and over. Sam's is a great joke one. Great joke one. Love
Yeah.
the joke, love things, and also how he's actually able to ride this one. Um, I love the little reference to episode 1, which is great with Sebulba. Troza with like having one of the best cockpit out of everyone, like out of everyone, one of the best here with like the most unique, and definitely would definitely be one of the fastest. Oh, hello there. Yeah, but and also like the uniqueness of the story, and also how it relates to like a personal story, a personal game, favorite game of theirs with Mystics.
Yeah.
The absolute insane lore and story of Purples. You're used to the engines, and also have a great story as well with like the Tuscan, like the which one it's I believe it's Tuscan, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Tuscan, the Tuscan. Well, like I was trying to remember all the names, but like I really love the story too. Like had the Jawas in it, built on Tatooine, and also the working engines is great. Then of course the cyberpunk like ingenuity of like the implants here is awesome as well. How it relates to the pod racer. Yeah, oh.
Now
There has
comes
to
the
be a
hard
winner.
part.
Yeah, there has to be a winner for this. So, um, and it's only gonna be one winner because I don't want to do like the third and fourth, second and third place. This makes it more complete to everything else as well.
Yeah.
Oh crap. um. Okay. I think judging, like, I think it's just gonna come on to how like just judging on like Star Wars feel now, because all of them look great, all the colors look great, the lore is great. Just going now, it's gonna go personal feel and like how on like what I think like to call playability of it.
Fair enough. Nice.
So on playability wise, on like trying to imagine like you would play on like a racing game or like playing with Lego and that, would like to buy a Lego set. If I was a kid, what one would I buy? I mean, I think it's like coming down. Ooh. There's like, I think I'm also going like by show factor too now. I'm like, oh, which one would be cool for a show?
There's so many things to judge on.
Yep. Oh. As I said, this is like the thing of like racing, on race wise. Like, how do you judge on this one?
Yeah.
Like, you're like always rooting for like one of the characters.
I don't think I have the
think-
skill to do it. I was gonna say I could be fun to try and copy everybody's builds and build them on like a green screen world and try to animate them all racing, but I don't think I have that skill level.
Yeah, maybe in the future sometime.
Yeah. Maybe after Flamed Rose is doing that
Yeah,
Blender
true.
tutorial. Maybe after that.
That would be pretty helpful. Oh man. Honestly, I think I think I'm going. Oh, engines wise, I'm like looking at. It's coming down like just to look at everything now. Because even though I'm not hanging out over there more, I'm like also that those in the back of my mind too.
Yeah.
Like over there. Which one you personally pick?
I don't think that's fair to fair for me to say.
Fair enough. Fair
Oh,
enough.
my desk.
Oh, oh, sorry, Sam.
Oops. Well, I guess he's
There's your
eliminated.
pod racer. Yeah, well, Sam, you're disqualified. I'm sorry, you can't just have a stone. um. Ooh. Oh. I'm gonna give myself a countdown now to actually choose the one. The more I look at each one of them too, I get like, ooh, I like this more. I like this one more now. Oh no.
Just whichever one you're currently looking at is your favorite.
Okay, that one. Wait. Actually, no, I do the cockpit design as well. Like that's a really unique, and that's also the engine, how it relates to the engines and that too.
Yeah.
Like all of them, like give the great description. This one like also gives a great description on like how it runs too. Oh. Actually, no, wait. Look, the custom Jawa one. The Jawas, like here, like has built-in engines too. Engines, oh. The best ones, the controls too. Oh, ah, damn it. Oh, jeez, honest, on playability wise, probably gonna go down for you, playability wise, on like a world basis as well. On like a lore, I can see it happening, especially if it adding in with like Book of Boba Fett stuff.
Yeah.
Is probably definitely this one. So, on a show factor, I would say, like, if we're talking from a lore perspective as well. Like, Purple's one seems like the one where it's the perfect rival story, where they give up in the last minute, or like they save the day in the last minute.
Yeah, definitely.
I think, on a basis, I think your one, if we're talking like a story basis wise, I think your one would be like the best one. Or Mystic's one, like great lore story there.
Yeah.
I mean, finish the race. His goal is to finish the race there, so that could be the goal there. I'm like just judging on like basis now, just who would be the winner of the race now, the hypothetical race. But this one feels like just one last ride, right off in the distance. And Reigns just felt like the extra great competitor that the side character you just love. Ow. That no one like it has that doesn't really have a deep backstory. Doesn't really have the story basis that everyone else here does.
No.
That's just the character that you just love.
Yeah. Ow.
The character you just like subconsciously root for no matter what. But we're going with the basis of who would win in a race. I think you would be the one who wins.
Ooh.
So in saying that, I declare you the winner
Oh, thank you.
of the racing of the pod races.
Yeah.
Had to come down to story writing, empirical story writing.
Time for our winning lap.
Let's go. I also really like how you had the little thing, little details underneath here as well.
To, to be fair, the lever under there was just to keep the gate open because of the daylight sensor
Fair.
kept closing it.
Oh, that's fair.
but
Hey, it fits well designed though. It's
yeah,
like...
I was gonna initially put iron bars under there, and then I'm like, nah, those are too big. But the lever works.
It honestly works super well there. But honestly though, like everyone came out. It was like so good.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Everybody did such an amazing job.
Hmm. Actually, it'd be either you winning or like as a joke winning, it would be Sam's one.
The stone block.
The stone block, exactly. Where, but honestly, all the lore on this character is insane.
Oh yeah.
Honestly,
Yeah.
the lore made it even harder as well. Like actually having the story, the backstory to every one of them is like, oh man. But yeah, thank you for participating. So yeah, you get a free lightsaber whenever I build the lightsaber shop.
Woo. Oh yeah.
Get your prize, woo! But I just want to say this is not scripted things that actually not paying me at all to win.
Not this time.
Not this time, exactly.
I did consider putting a chest of diamonds on mine because I went to get glowing sacks and ended up getting 59 diamonds in the process. I was gonna put those there, but decided I would keep it fair for everybody else.
Yeah. But honestly though, like everyone like things I probably like until like everyone honestly like everyone who built a pod race I'm probably like a discount anyway.
Ah, yeah, that's fair enough.
Yeah. Like that's probably like one of the things like you get the free lightsaber of your choice, but everyone gets like a 10, like a 20 to 50% off discount for their like for their first lightsaber purchase.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
So actually the winner. Congratulations.
yeah.
Woo!